So here for multi-customer details in REST, we are using that multiple data.
Correct.
Multiple data related JSON we are connecting. So in that we have only copied that to 2 times only, no, sir?
I mean, okay. Can you what exactly you are trying to test it? Can you showcase now here?
Okay. Wait one. Here, sir. While configuring, soak this. Wait. Sorry.
No problem. Take your time. That's fine.
So here, sir. Here in JSON format, we are entering that patient details 2 times. Okay.
Yeah.
So we get that output only 2 times. Suppose you want that 10 times of that, we are giving input to that 10.
We have to repeat that. We have to repeat 10 times.
We have to repeat this 10 times only.
Yes. But the thing is, like when you are using this data,
okay,
from source system, we are defining as Angular braces. So Angular braces says that it can accept multiple, unlimited.
Okay.
So when you have Angular braces, so when you repeat the first time, the same thing, if you repeat for 100 times, you'll get for 100 times. It will run for 100 loops.
Okay.
Clear?
Okay, sir. Clear, sir.
Okay.
So that is the doubt. Suppose if you wanted 100 times means we have to do that to copy same thing. That's only I have.
This sample, this is a sample that we are testing. But ideally, when you're working in a real time, this data will be sent by source system or from a file or somewhere.
Okay, sir. That is the doubt also.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
Okay. Okay, Sumant, you are having some question. Can you tell me your question? Yesterday you were asking.
Hi, good morning.
The
question is,
share your screen and share your screen.
Can you able to share my screen? See my screen?
Yeah, we can see.
Okay. I just want to ask you, can we use WSDL in SOAP schedule? WSDL connection in schedule?
I did not get your question.
I mean, let me create a schedule organization here. Okay, let me tell anything like Sumant test. Okay. Can we use here any SOAP connections?
Yeah, we can use that. But the problem is for SOAP connection, you have to give a different way, which I'll explain today, which I've said.
Okay.
I'll explain.
Thank you.
Today. Any other questions?
So far, no. Thank you.
Okay. Guys, any other questions you guys? Swati, Pavan? So yesterday we have seen how to call a REST-based API. You can, if you're considering one REST API which are developed in OIC, then we can use integration activity. If you are using any other third-party REST-based API, then we have to use an adapter. Okay, so we have seen both the ways. Now, let me share my screen. Okay. It is all done. Close this. Okay. So now, if you want to create any web service based integration, trigger OIC, these are all OICs. This is REST. This is REST. Okay, let me create one. That should not be a problem. Connection. So what I have, so concat connection. Okay, so concat connection. Okay, let me create a connection. New thing. Okay, app driven. Okay, so we have something called integration. Integration invoke SOAP API. I'm just putting it, or calling SOAP API. Okay, this is first a concat. Okay, concat SOAP API. Okay, let me put concat SOAP API. Okay, then I will taking something called SOAP okay concat SOAP. I'm just giving random name. Naming standards I'll explain you later, so don't worry on that. Done. Okay, so if you are calling this service and you are implementing something here, what happened? Okay, input and output. Okay, concat the input received from source is comma for this input. Okay, we have implemented this. Give the tracking variable. Save this. Okay, now let me test this guy. To test it, what we do is we take this whistle, go to a SOAP UI, click on SOAP. Okay, got stuck. Let me kill this guy. Okay, no problem. So it came up. SOAP API. Welcome to OIC training. Give the authentication details. Mail to Kumar 69@gmail.com. Then keep the password. Then add the header. Now message. 200 OK. Go to XML. The input received from the source is welcome to OIC training. Okay. So you can think like this is a target system. Okay. When you have, if someone gives you a target system, first we have to check what is the input and output. Input is output is this. Okay. We have two schemas. Then we have to check directly come to your message type. Okay. In message type, we have request response. Then we have to understand what is port type. If someone gives you a WSDL, this is how we have to check it. WSDL URL, if someone gives you, you have to use this. Then we can do is we can save this. Okay, we can say as target dot SSDL. Then I'll save it on desktop and make it as all files. Target dot WSDL. Okay, target system. It can be anything. I'm just putting target system or target concat. If someone gives a WSDL, first you have to save that WSDL or you can use a URL. Both ways you can do that. Okay, I'll name it as new integration. Let me create a new integration. Let me call from schedule based service. Okay, let me do it from app driven only. Let's see. Integration calling SOAP API. Okay. Our input would be the same thing. If it is a SOAP based web service, we use a SOAP. If it is a REST, we can use a REST. From REST to SOAP, you can call it. That we'll see probably next week, probably on Monday. But today we are seeing only SOAP to SOAP invocation or schedule based to SOAP invocation. Okay. Okay, let me name it as concat. SOAP concat. Okay. You can name it as trigger SOAP API. Okay, which we are invoking our this is our system. This we are the source. Now we have to call a target system. For that we have to create a connection. Okay, so how to create a connection? Target system connection. Create SOAP select. You can name it as SOAP concat. You can name it as this is a target system. So when we say about the target system, it will become a service. Or you can name it as target service. Target connection. Or to have a unique name, you can use something called concat. Anything is fine. Concat service connection. Okay. Now create. Now you can directly give a WSDL here. That's it. You can directly give the WSDL here. If it is a concrete WSDL, if it is running on server, this WSDL we can, or you can upload the WSDL. Anyway, we can do that. Okay, username password is same. Now test this. That's it. You have to add the credentials to that target system. As we are doing in our system, it is the same. So no need to worry. Target is ready. Okay. Now calling a SOAP API. Okay, this is ready. Now use the connection that we have created just now. So service connection. After this, you put it. You have to use something called, we are invoking concat target service. SOAP service. We can do this. I'm just giving a random name now. So we'll see about how we are giving a actual service later. So we are receiving input as is we are passing here. We are not manipulating. We are sending the request as is to child service. Okay. Then from target system, what we are getting it, we are giving back output. So this is invoke output. Okay. Save this. Okay. Now invoking here, SOAP service is done. Okay. So from, you can think like there is a target service. Right now it is within OIC, but when you are working in a real time, it can be a transport details, it can be a sales order details, it can be something, or it can be banking service, which you are calling it. Okay, which is not part of OIC, it can be part of any other system. It can be Java web service, it can be .NET web service, it can be anything. So we will be invoking this. Let me close this all right. Might be calling. Okay, this is the process we have. Input. Good morning, Hyderabad. Add this. Now test this. 200 okay. Go to XML. The input received from source is this. That is. We did not write any logic in our service in the latest created, but we got a response. How the implementation, the logic is available inside the child service or concatenation. Clear, guys? Any questions?
Pawan, I have a small doubt.
Okay.
So thing is, so there is no input and output. Can we create a whistle?
No.
So if there is a data, then only we are able to trigger the whistle or
Okay.
create the whistle.
Okay. So let me explain you here. Okay. To have a visitor. Okay. To have a visitor, we need a XSD. Okay. XSD should have request and response. Okay. So inside the visitor, the schema definition will be there. So when you see here, if we don't have input parameters or output parameters, you cannot create, you can see the schema. Okay, this schema is available here. Okay, without the schema, you cannot have it. Clear?
Yeah, clear.
Okay.
On instead of input, can we have, I mean, if we select any schema, there is a request like name, ID, password, same. We have
You can
created
add
before.
in the schema, you can add it and you can have it.
Okay.
Okay, we have created a couple of schemas, right? Employee, student, customer, patient, order, and book. Those schemas you can use it. And you can apply the concatenation and you can use the same thing here. Am I clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay, this is how we will be calling a child swipe process. This is one. Both are SOAP. Your services, you are exposing your service as a SOAP and you are calling a service also a SOAP. You can think that there is a target system. It can be ERP system. It can be any system. You will be giving a visitor. This is the visitor URL. This visitor you will be giving it. It can be any visitor, but in our case, I've shown you this visitor. Okay, now we'll see how to call a SOAP service. Let's consider you're calling a child service. Okay. And your child service is OIC service, which you implemented. Or you can consider as reusable service you have implemented, which you might be using anywhere, like a logging service, error handling service, or something service, which you might be using it. Okay, in that case, what we can do is integration, calling, SOAP API service. When you're creating a schedule-based service, we don't require any SOAP connection, which we are exposing it. Okay. Now, I will be using a connection, the target service. This is a target. Drag and drop it here. Always use invoke target concat service. Okay, we don't have any input. So first, what we can do is you can initialize or you can create a global variable. Input. Initialize this. I am a OIC consultant. This is the input that here initialized. Initialized in the sense giving a starting value. Simply whatever the initialized value we have it, we will be mapping it. That's it. You get a result. There is a problem. That's it in draft. What is that tracking variable? Okay, this we have it. Now we will be simply submitting. I'm not passing any input parameter because we have initialized that. Okay, from schedule service, we have called that. Now we can see the result. The input received from the source is this. What happened? The pass input. Okay. Let's see what happened. Message. I'm a OIC consultant. Message sent to this service. Okay, input did not map it. Okay, that's a problem. Okay. I did not map the data properly. It's not like every time when you get a succeed message, it's a correct. So we have to see the data, what you have mapped it, whatever you send the data. Input. We have mapped it. Then what happened? Now let's check it. Okay, I'm an OIC consultant. Message completed. Why it's not sending the data here? Okay, we can do one more thing. Let's hardcode the data. Let's see what happening. Some of data is not flowing from assigned variable somehow. Let's hardcode and see what's happening. We have mapped it properly. Okay. I am a OIC consultant. I am a OIC consultant. Message sent to target system. Yeah, it went. Okay, message received from this is, you can see. The input received from the source is, I am a OIC consultant. Okay, this is how you will be calling a SOAP service from this. The other way can be, we have seen one way only. The second way would be, I'll show you that. If this service is here, this service is here, local service. That is OIC service. Then we are calling from our OIC. Then we can use integration service directly. I'm expecting a question. Integration activity. Invoke child OIC. Okay, calling or this. This is our actual target system, so we can directly call this. Let's pass the input. Hard code the value. Or let's see with the input parameter what's happening. We can change from vertical to horizontal. It got succeeded. Now see the activity stream. Message sent to invoke activity. Oh, assign variable data, it's not going up somehow. Okay, that's a problem. We'll see that. That's the reason we did not call it, but this is how we will be calling it. So you can hard code the value, you can call it. Clear, guys? Any questions? Vijay, Vijaya, Swati,
No point clear from my end.
Sumant, Pavan, any questions?
No, I will try.
Okay. So this is how we will be calling it. So I was expecting a question. Can I call a scheduled service from app driven service? That was a question I was expecting, which is the interview question in general. Answer is yes, we can call it. How? By using a invoke activity. By using an integration activity, we can call it. Okay, that we'll see on Monday. Okay, for you, the task. We have created many examples on SOAP. Try to do 15 examples. SOAP to SOAP and schedule to SOAP invocation. Examples up to you. Whatever you want to do, you can do that. It's up to you. And this is giving the option to you guys. We have 3 days, tomorrow, day after, and Monday. Sorry, Sunday. 3 days off. Tomorrow having a holiday. So next 3 days, if you want to do instead of 15, all the SOAP-based invocations, you can very well do that. It's up to you. Try with one by using a SOAP adapter or connection. Second, try by using a integration activity. So total 30 examples. 15 with SOAP adapter and 15 with integration activity. Clear? Any questions? Guys,
No problem.
okay. If you don't have questions, we can stop this for today. Okay. Thank you. I'll be uploading the video. So complete the task, send me the status, probably tomorrow or day after. Clear, guys? Any questions?
Okay, 15 examples for soap to soap and 15 examples for
No.
integration activity.
Okay. 15. Okay. Soap to soap. Okay. 15 examples calling soap connection. Either by using a soap, exposing a service as a soap or schedule. It's up to you. But also schedule to try it. Probably 8 here and 7 here. Okay. If assign activity is not working, you can hard code the data. Okay. The same thing, 15 examples by using a integration activity. You can use 7 here and you can use 8. If you want me to give the examples, I can give it. It's up to you. Okay, let me give the examples also. 1 concat, 2 employee details, 3 customer details. These are all child services. 4 student details. 5 after student we have something called patient. 6 order details. Good. 7
Book.
book details. 8 calculator. 9 calculator done. Then write employee details. Okay. Then for each employee details. 11 for substring. 12 substring after. 13 substring before. 14 date function like mmdd y. 15 mmdd y. Then you can put something called hours, minutes, seconds, milliseconds. Okay, these are all examples. You have to do. These are 15 examples, out of which 8, first 8 you can try with soap, next 7 you can try with scheduled. Same thing, you can try with integration activity with soap and with 8 with schedule based orchestration. These are source. These are targets. Am I clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so these are our examples. You can try to complete it as soon as possible. Probably tomorrow or by Saturday. Clear, guys? Any questions? Any more questions?
No problem.
Okay. So if you don't have any questions, we'll break this for today. We'll connect back tomorrow. Okay. Yeah. Thank you.